Hi, I just want to take you on a little test drive of the Kahuna massage chair, the SM7300. Show you how it works and get a nice massage at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on. And what I like to do is I like to hit the button that says 0 down here in the bottom middle. And it takes me backwards. So I get a little more of a, it's not really zero gravity, but there's a button on the bottom right hand side that will give you a little bit more if you hold it down. And that will take you as far back as the chair will go, which is much better than the 0. So anyways, I'm going to put it on menu. And then I am going to choose one of the auto options. I'm going to go with stretching. And there's 4 different options under stretching. There's yoga stretching, active stretching, SV-Chiro stretch, and dynamic stretch. My favorite at the moment is the dynamic stretch. So I'm going to choose that one. And it's going to go to town on me. And you have a place to put, you can push your legs down and push your feet down, and you can stretch out a little bit more. Now see, I put it back, but it's going to start stretching me, and it's going to pull my legs down, and the airbags are going to inflate. The little roller things on my feet are going to roll on the bottom of my feet, which is pretty darn nice. My hands are inside these little things that are going to squeeze down on my hands. Little airbags everywhere. There's airbags that are pushing my shoulders down at the moment. And as we speak, this thing is either tapping or knocking, I can't remember which. And it goes all the way up to the right up to the middle of my skull. It usually stops right at the base of my skull, but maybe I've stretched my neck up a little farther. Normally it doesn't go that far. Anyways, it's doing like a tapping, knocking thing on me right now. And now it's kneading, so I like the kneading, it feels really good. And the airbags are inflating around my legs at the moment, and the hip bags are also inflated, so they're pushing on my hips, which is really nice. This chair gets a little rough with you on the automatic modes. You can put it in manual mode and just do specific parts of your back or your lower back or your hips, or it just rolls up and down. It's an L track, but you can actually just do manual things. But I like some of the things that the auto functions do. I can't do some of the things that the auto functions do in the manual mode, so sometimes you gotta take the rough with the smooth, I guess. So, yeah, it's going down my upper back, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so good. And the legs are getting stretched, and my shoulders are getting pushed down by the airbags. The things for my hands haven't inflated yet. Those are pretty cool. They do have these little like rubber dots in here in the hand area. So when you're done with your massage, you've got all these little rubber dot indents on your hands. It's kind of funny, but it's supposed to do like pressure point massage. And oh man, that feels good. So these automatic massages go for 20 minutes. The manual, you can, if you put it on manual and you do choose some of the different massage options in manual, you can go 10 minutes up to 30 minutes at a time, and they don't recommend going more than 30 minutes. And the first day we got this chair, I kind of went overboard, and I did two 20-minute massages back to back, and I had bruises at the base of my spine, and yeah, that did not feel good. So just watch it that you don't overdo it, because it's a very intense massage. So, and it comes with extra. I think they send them extra. They come with the chair, but you gotta make sure you put them in. There's an extra pads for the bottom of your feet, and there's an extra pad that goes, like a little L-shaped pad that goes behind my back here. Because if you just lay on the rollers without that extra padding, you will get bruised. I even bruised the bottom of my feet because I didn't have the little pads in. So just a warning for that. But this is one of the lower end models of the, well, it's not the lowest end model. I think it's like the mid-range model. When we bought it, it was, I think $2,700. And we got it brand new on eBay directly from the company. Oh my gosh, that's so good. And that was with free shipping. And back then, eBay didn't charge tax, so that was nice. Amazon also has it. I think theirs was $20 more for the same exact chair from the same exact company. So apparently Amazon charges the company a little more to sell them on there. I'm not sure. Some friends of ours have a chair that's 3 times this price, and yeah, it's fabulous. Theirs has Bluetooth music, and their chair talks to them, things like that. But you know, I just wanted a massage. I wanted a massage when I wanted it. So if I want a massage at 2 in the morning, I can get that, and this is good. If you've got more money to spend on one of those higher end massage chairs, great. But this one does pretty much everything, I think. I mean, probably not everything, but I get a foot massage, which I can never get enough with foot massages. And it's not a perfect foot massage. It's not a human being doing the massage. I mean, you have to sacrifice the human being part, but the fact that you have the freedom to have a massage when you want it, you don't have to make an appointment. You just hop in the chair and go. The other thing to watch out for is when you're using the chair, if you decide to get one, make sure you take off any bulky jewelry like watches or rings, because when these hand airbags inflate, you're going to, everything's going to push down, and it's going to really hurt if you have watches or rings or something on that are, you know, bulky. So take off all your jewelry, keep your socks on. You don't need shoes or slippers on this. You really want a foot massage, so just have your socks on. If you wear blue jeans or something thicker material like sweatshirts or something, your massage might not be as intense, which may be a good thing if you're very sensitive. This chair isn't for fragile people, I can guarantee that. If you feel like you've got brittle bones or something, nah, I wouldn't use this, but oh, that's nice. The hip airbags when they inflate, it just feels good. Just pretty much everything feels good. I mean, some of the tapping and knocking things that they do on your back, sometimes that gets really intense. But I mean, when you first start out, this chair is going to feel pretty rough to you, but once you get used to it, you know, do it a couple times a week. I don't recommend getting a massage every day like I did when I first started out, because yes, you will get bruises. But you know, 3 to 4 times a week, like every other day, is pretty good, and you know, give you time to recover, because when you get a massage, you need a little bit of recovery time. Which I was kind of greedy. I was trying to try out all the different functions on the chair, so yeah, that kind of hurt. But the other thing to do is, and they warn you in the little manual that they give you, is do not get in this chair drunk. I can say that I've been, you know, had a couple of drinks and gotten into it, and I usually fall asleep in the middle of the massage. And even when it's, you know, tapping and knocking, I actually fell asleep. And it's not a bad thing, but alcohol dehydrates you. Massages, they must, you know, it's pushing out toxins out of your tissues and stuff, and they do tell you to drink a lot of water after you have a massage when you go for a regular massage. So, you know, if you're drunk and you get in the chair, and then you're really, really dehydrating yourself getting a massage on top of that. So try not to drink and drink and massage. I mean, you don't really want to be drunk when you go to a real human massage. So anyways, drink a lot of water after you have your massage in the chair. That's always a good thing. And enjoy the massage. And if you fall asleep, that's great, because the one nice thing, some people complain about it. I've read reviews where people complain that the chair, when it stops, it just stops in the position it's in. It doesn't put you back on the ground. To me, that's a good thing that it doesn't put you back on the ground when it's done, because I do fall asleep in the chair, so I don't want it waking me up. If I'm having a nice nap, then, you know, let me stay in the position. All you have to do is turn the remote back on and turn it off, and it will put you down on the ground so you can get out of it. But otherwise, it's just kind of a nice feature to let you fall asleep in the chair after your massage, you know. You don't get that option when you go to a real massage therapist. They get you out of there and on to the next client. So, you know, I mean, you get a little, maybe you can fall asleep at the massage, you know, at the masseuse, but most of the time, you know, you're under a time limit, so get out so they can move on to the next client. Anyways, on this dynamic stretch, it does move you around quite a bit. Even though I started in the way back position, it's taken me up and down and kind of grabbing my legs and pulling down a little bit. It doesn't do a whole lot of that, but it still gives you kind of a stretch. Anyways, it's doing a little, I think it's doing like a knocking and kneading thing on me right now. So, what else can I tell you? I don't know, it's for what you get with this chair, it's a really good price. I looked at other chairs, and some of them didn't have the foot massage part built in. Some of them didn't have as many airbags. The L-track massage on here, that doesn't happen on some of the lower price chairs. So, And the other thing is this company, I think they're called the Kahuna company. I'll have to look at, I'll put it in the notes, because I'm not really thinking straight in the chair getting a massage, but the company's very responsive. If you know, message them with questions, they get right back to you. And the crazy thing is when I ordered this chair off of eBay, I got a box the next day with the padding, like the head, there's like a little headrest, well, it's not a headrest, but it's a covering over the back, and the long piece that goes, the padding that goes over the top of the rollers, and I think the foot pads were in there too. They sent a box that just came the next day. Of course, I'm in Las Vegas and the company's in California, so, but I was really surprised to hear the doorbell and find a box from them with the padding in it. The chair arrived, I can't remember. It was fairly fast. I mean, it comes through a trucking company. It comes in 2 huge boxes, and the trucking company comes, and we live in a single level house, and we just had to put, it's our front door's like, you know, a few steps away, so we just had, they were able to bring it through the door and drop the boxes in so we could, my husband and I put it together. You can pay more for white glove service and have the company representatives come and set the thing up for you. It took my husband and myself probably 2 hours to put it together. The company has a video on YouTube that will show you step by step how to do it. There's printed instructions in the little booklet that you get, but the video is much better at helping you put it together. And if you're any kind of do-it-yourselfer like we are, it's just, you know, it's easier. We know we put it together, so we know if we screwed it up or not. Because I've heard some people say, I don't know, some people had bad white glove experiences, and you know, the people that they sent didn't know how to put it together. They were kind of winging it. So I'm sure there's some people that have great white glove experiences, but we were do-it-yourselfers, so we put it together. A little bit of cursing, but you know, for the most part, it went together like they showed in the video. So don't be afraid of that if you're handy with putting things together, but it's kind of a two-person job because you have to put the leg part on, you have to attach it to the body of the chair, and the leg part's kind of heavy, so it's easier with two people. I mean, I've heard of people putting them together by themselves, but it's just easier with two people to help put it together. But, this is such a good massage. Can't think of anything else, so I'm just gonna lay back and relax and let this thing stretch me and airbag me, and I'll put more notes in the down below in the YouTube description, links to the chair, things like that. Any questions you have, just ask me and I'll do my best to answer them. But I think I'll just close my eyes and relax for a while. The other thing, on the remote, it will tell you how long you have left up in the corner, and right now I have 5 minutes left, so maybe I won't relax. I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going on here. The remote, like, one of the drawbacks of this remote is that you don't have an option to save things if you find things in manual settings that you really like. It's probably better if you just write like a little cheat sheet and keep that next to you. And it doesn't take long to go into the settings and set up your favorite things. You just can't save your favorite settings. You have to go in and program them in every time. Like how long you want your massage, or you know what parts you want to massage. That if you want specific things, like you want it to massage like your lower back, you know, for 10 minutes. That's something you have to program in. Some people find that's a pain in the butt, but like I said, for the price of the chair versus the ones that have the memory in the remote, you know, you're getting a deal. So, and this is what we could afford at the time, so I'm okay with that. And I like most of the pre-programmed things anyway, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I tried the manual things, but like I said, there's more to the pre-programmed stuff that gives me more of a massage that I like. And some nice rollers on your feet to massage your feet. It's so nice. And I didn't get my hand back in the hand airbag thing. Okay, it's easing up now. I can put it back in. Also, another thing, when we first got this chair and I first started using it, I have some crooked toes. And it finds your flaws, and when the airbags squeeze around your feet, I was having a really hard time with it. It was so painful, and my little toe would just be so sore afterwards. And now that I've been doing the massage chair for a while, like I say, your body either adjusts to it or something. I don't know. My feet don't hurt anymore when I do the foot massage. It doesn't bother my little toe anymore. So this thing's gonna bring out some feelings in your body that you didn't know you had, and like it's gonna make you aware of things that are crooked or whatever. And I think because we've had this since February 2019, so, and now it's November 2019, so you know, at least quite a while now. I can't think. My math is really bad when I'm having a massage. So anyways, it's over 6 months that we've had it, and things don't hurt like they did when we first got it. So it's either working out the kinks or whatever. My body really craves this chair. It's like, I'll be having a rough day and I'll just, gotta get in the chair, So it's quite addicting to feel good. So, like I said, don't hesitate to ask me questions about this chair, and I'll do my best. I'm not a representative of the company at all, but like I said, they are very responsive. I'm just a customer giving an honest review, and I really like this chair. some days when I'm not feeling so great, I say this chair beats me up pretty hard, but still like it. And some people say it doesn't give you a like all the way up. This thing just went up to the, like, right up to the top of my head. And I'm, just for the record, I'm 5'5", so if that helps, I think at the moment I'm like 164 pounds. So if that helps anybody, as far as you're wondering whether, oh wow, it's going through its last like roll down my back before it stops. So my husband is 6'2" and weighs about 210. So if that helps you, I've heard it goes up to like 6'5", and I've read of people who are 5'1" and they get a decent massage out of it. So, and that's it. It's gone through its automatic cycle. That was 20 minutes. Thanks for hanging in here if you hung in here with me. And it just leaves me up in the air here, sort of. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the on-off button again to turn it back on, and then I'm gonna hit it one more time, and it'll turn off on its own once it gets me back down to a level where I can get out of this chair. And that was a nice massage. So, thanks for watching.